Microsoft Xbox 360 wireless controller, and here's the Intensifier in the packaging. The Intensifier package contains the flex board, the glue, a screwdriver, and written instructions. Putting this together is simple. Just follow the directions. Take your controller, which doesn't always have to be new, but here, in this case, we do have a new controller. First, you'll need to take out the battery pack, like this. Next, you're going to immediately take out the 7 screws that are in the back. Using the provided screwdriver, remove the 2 screws on the left, the 2 screws on the right, the 2 screws at the top, and one behind the UPC code right behind the battery pack. As you can see, we're taking it out here. Now it's time to open the controller. Open it up with the button side facing down so your buttons don't fall out. Using your thumbs, push up on the thumbsticks to separate the front and the back halves. It's a really simple process if done that way. If connected, remove the piece at the bottom that holds the front and back halves together. Next, you'll need Scotch tape and the Intensifier flex board. Before we place this flex board on the controller circuit board, please have your Scotch tape handy. Here's the flex board. As you can see, it's designed to lay right there on the board of the Microsoft controller. It's very easy to install. Your right trigger points and left trigger point should align as shown. Make sure you line up the center contact point, here. To help you hold down the Intensifier flex board while you're doing the gluing, we suggest using a few pieces of Scotch tape. Put one piece of tape over the word Intensifier. Make sure not to cover up the contact point. Put another piece on LED 3. A third piece over bgrmods.com. And a fourth piece of tape, cut in half vertically, right here to hold down the sink area without covering the metal contact points. Before we apply the glue, it's very important to identify your controller. If this space is empty, you have a CG controller. If not, you have a matrix controller. Now it's time to apply the glue. Massage the glue packet for 30 seconds until mixed thoroughly. Tear the packet open on the dotted line. Dip the tip of the toothpick into the glue packet. Use the tip of the toothpick to apply a very small amount of glue to the contact point on the flex board. This is our first point we're doing, near the sink. This one is for the CG controller. Apply glue only to the center point. And this one is for matrix. It's very important to identify your controller. Again, if this space is empty, you have a CG controller. If not, you have a matrix controller. Next, connect the second, third, and fourth points down the right side. You can see on the right side how easy it's going into place. Here's the fifth point on the left. It's labeled left trigger. And here are the last 3, the grounds, at the bottom, which are the 6th point, the 7th, and the 8th. Allow 4 to 5 hours for the glue to dry, or 10 to 15 minutes using a blow dryer on heat setting. The glue must be dry. Now we're using the tape mainly because it helps hold the Intensifier in place while the glue cures and dries. Once the glue is completely dried, remove the tape, making sure to hold down the Intensifier so the points remain connected. Put the controller back together. Connect the piece at the bottom that adjoins the front and back halves. Reassemble the 2 halves, making sure to set the rumblers into the cradles. Replace the 7 screws using the screwdriver that came with the package, and replace the controller's battery pack. Okay, the Microsoft controller is completely closed. You have a modified controller at this point. As you can see, the controller is showing that it's in player 1. Press the sync button to turn on the Intensifier. Now it shows that it's in mode 1 for Call of Duty 4 and Left 4 Dead. This is mode 2 for Halo 3. This is mode 3 for Call of Duty World at War. This is mode 4 for Gears of War 2. And this is mode 5, which is your user programmable mode. Here we're showing you how to set your user programmable mode. You hold down the right trigger and press the sync button at the same time. It'll flash letting you know you're ready to program. This will show you how to set the rate of fire in the user programmable mode. The rate of fire is adjustable from 0 to 255. The number 0 setting is the fastest. and the number 255 setting is the slowest. Holding down the right trigger increases the number by the amount of blinking red lights. Holding the left trigger decreases the number by the amount of blinking red lights. To tell what number you're in, the mode 3 represents the increments of 10, and mode 4 represents increments of 1. So right now, we're at 41 because mode 3 blinked 4 times, and mode 4 blinked once. Once you have it set, hit your sync button. Now you have yourself a user programmable mode, which allows you to update it for any games in the future. And that's the Intensifier. Congratulations, you're all set.